I've ever seen. You know what I mean? Like,
never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better. You will never find.
do you want to keep this Barkley or not?
Like groceries, competition shouldn't take shots, take notes. Reporting live from the winner side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down?
I don't really like it.
You will never know. You ain't never try. Work it out. Hit the gym. Hit the field.
I'm gonna get rid of it. We're just gonna go back to our
Big
workhorse.
chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job. You can see. What I do? Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's, great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. It's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons.
Bro, if I send you a screenshot of my offensive line, dude, I don't know how the hell you would ever believe me if like I told you that these guys are getting like screamed at like that. Like I've never seen. Have you ever seen screamers like that? I mean, I honest to God haven't, dude. Like I have not. I have like a fucking headache from this shit, man. Alright, we're back to our boy Sony.
She wanna pull up to the crib, we can dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray Ban. That little shorty wasting.
Dude, if they weren't doing that, I mean, the first game was on. You know what I mean? Like the first game that was on. That was me. This game though, like I've never seen anything like that, bro. If you can't, you don't even have a second. Like it's like. Do you agree though with the offensive line we have? That's insane, bro. My whole line is a 90 overall. Everybody on the whole line. I've never been screamed at like that in like years. I mean, that was and I know it's just frustrating, dude, because like it's corny, dude. Like it's
up in the booth with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead. CD, what's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said: the key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks.
You're right, Joe. It actually might not be bad for us to get knocked down a little bit.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This one fielded at the 5.
It's Tyreek, so just shadow him.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Make sure auto flips out, too.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On second down, here's Miller. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Luck. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And
you got to be careful
connect,
fucking
incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Well, I had to run out there to break that up.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Sony Michel, his first carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On the ground, Michel. He's at the 50. 30.
Crazy how
past
much
the 20. And
Isn't it?
all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Sony Michel, 68 yards. And they're able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt,
Dude,
go down
the problem is we're just like
I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight.
We can't just like be happy with like what we have.
Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a terrific return
there
as
was
he
no
takes
reason
this
to
thing
ever
all the way
upgrade that
down near
team.
the 20-yard line. So a teammate
like, we did
picking
it
him
anyways,
up there,
for
that
no
was nearly
reason at all.
disaster.
And the way that you coach
I'm just
these
saying,
things,
like,
you want to make sure you
just a
have
reason.
eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Yes.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Go.
They'll run it. This is Michel. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Actually, if they're playing flats, we might be able to hit him real quick.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the
We called
defender's
the
making
ball,
sure his
he's
guy
got
couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
I mean, I'll take
So a
that.
good
It's
snap,
3
good
points.
hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just
Obviously, I
what you
wanted
used
to
hit a
score,
partner.
but
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
This is fielded at the goal line. And some good
you
coverage
can
there
strip
by the
him
kick
too, because
team
he's
as
such a
they'll
little
bring him
dude, so
down
you can
at the
actually just go down
16-yard
to
line. The Eagles Bengals offense set to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say this is
Bro,
what
these
the
kids
problem
seriously
is.
trying to run
Now
like
let's
with the
find out
Van
who my
Miller
playmakers
down
are.
double
Get the ball
digits.
in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little
Eagles
bit
color
better.
rushes.
It's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the
Watch
right
the total.
play.
Watch the total.
That too.
On second down,
Good defense.
it's
Good
Miller.
fucking
And
tackle,
he'll take
Shane.
this up only to about an 18-yard
What are these
line.
kids doing?
And that time, the tackle by Malik Hooker.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about
This
hitting
is
him in the
perfect.
first
Take the
half.
running back.
Maybe
Put
not
yourself
so
in the
much
zone
in
and
the
take the
second
running
half,
back.
and
Take
some
the
of these
running
shorter
back.
gains turn into bigger runs later.
Just stream out there.
Throwing on third down. Locke.
Okay.
He is going to find Hill here.
You just threw it
To
up.
get this one across the 35. A
Dude,
gain
he
of
just pressed the
19
button.
and
Like,
picking up the
he pressed the
first.
button.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior
It's not
receiver,
hard.
but you
I'm
know something, that
curious.
guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Up front, the struggles continue for
mean,
this
he's played
offense
really
along the
good.
line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think
Yo, you
part
know
of that,
you can
yes,
you
changing
can
some of
you
the
can
play
buck
calls, some
this
screens, some
compressed sets like
draws,
this. If you
some
can buck.
misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get up.
See, you gotta
use that against
pressure.
them and slip things in behind them.
You gotta
So
send pressure,
quick
man.
passes
Like,
can
you see
work
how
as well.
annoying it is to play
That
kids
one
who send
good for a
pressure?
first
Like the last
down
kids we
pickup of
played, you
18
gotta
yards.
do it. Yeah.
So first
I'm
and
running
10
out the
now
tour, yeah.
in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Out of the gun, Locke. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia. And
Dude,
it's
don't be
the
afraid to
Eagles
mix in that
in
mid-blitz that you
possession
picked up
as they've
too,
got
man.
it with a 1st and 10.
Just make sure like that you play this. We play the safeties on that. Because bro, I wasn't able to do anything.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Miller. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for
Look at this. Look
Locke.
how
And
stupid
down
this
he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Locke. And going deep for Hill.
Yeah.
A 50-50 ball here. It's
Ayaka me,
intercepted.
follow me.
Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside.
Motion over circle.
No, check that.
And then get off of him.
They go play action now. Jackson, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
No.
That's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play here for Buffalo. 47 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run out of the gun with Michelle.
Why would you not juke him with first one? Just say I fucked
The
up.
excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big
going to the
breakers,
right.
don't we? In
Take
this case, it
81
was a
all the way
modest
over.
gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Let's go.
On second down, Michelle. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
You gotta go up, fucking 17. Motion
A reminder
84
coming
over.
up at halftime. Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime
no.
report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll take it into the end
dude.
zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Sony Michel with his second touchdown here in this first half.
shouldn't shoot
And the Bills will add on
Astros
to
just
their
won, by
lead.
the way.
Tucker with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
That's so wacky. But if it was his team,
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
I mean, the Steeler game wasn't that bad, actually. Yeah.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So, decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Dude, I actually like this mid-blitz shit better than
It's been my observation.
to be honest with you. He gets in way better.
You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change that.
It's so off.
Trying to get it to Thomas,
That's
and it's
so
intercepted.
off,
It's Desmond Trufant,
so
and they're going to
off.
set up shop at the 27-yard line.
I didn't want you to. You were too late.
After the interception, here's Jackson to Michelle on the screen.
Oh my
And
goodness.
able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, they run with Michelle. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Eagle pressure, too much this
I don't know, man.
time.
I've got to do something about this line.
Brian Burns. And the Eagles are going to take over.
Like, I mean, this all coming from John Runyan's side. Everything.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, it's Love. They complete it to Hill. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
I would run him.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Check. Watch. Push it back.
2nd and 5 now. Luck. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Now Luck. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Malik Hooker.
I got you.
A big C that he might go.
I got you. I made up for my stupid decision.
20, 10.
I got you.
Score. Touchdown.
These kids are
Buffalo.
horrible. Level 60, dude. Get the fuck out of
Partner,
my
what we
face.
just saw, that's a great
This team
example of a
sucks,
team
too.
that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited.
Dude,
and have a bust
sacked
on
him.
defense and
That's
gave
a
up a big
block.
play instead. They created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead is swelled to the point where you're
Don't even tell me we
wondering
get
if
the
it
ball.
is over already. All right, Coach, thank
Yeah,
you. We
do we
welcome
get the ball?
everyone back for quarter
We
number 3.
do. It's going on. It's going on. It's going on.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
No, you're not.
This will be taken very short.
I got you. Ew.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the
Dude,
entire
don't cut that.
halftime
Just go
working
straight.
with them on
It's a
here's
dot.
what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change.
No, I know. I'm just saying,
We're going to
dude,
see
like,
them
just-
when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And it's Michel once again. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go, team. Let's go. Under 10.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Jackson on 1st down.
I got hit, dude. I got hit.
Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
Bro, what's the deal? Yo, does Deshaun Runyon have to go? Look at this. Like, who's
They
responsible?
needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the
What's
third
going
quarter
on the right
defensively.
side of this line? Like, I'm not understanding why this is
And the
happening.
best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
Let's go.
come on, capitalize on this one.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34.
Bro,
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a first down. From the 34 now, here's
This is
1st
a
and
bluff.
10.
I don't know about that.
From the gun, here's Love. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Bro, these guys
Dante
definitely
Hightower coming
don't
in for the
have.
sack
Oh,
from
he
his
just shot a
linebacker
J over
spot.
this guy.
And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a
Yeah, just
blitz,
play him.
then it's got to happen right now.
Or
very
lights
quickly.
out. Now a hit and Locke lost the football. It's out. But I believe it was covered by an eagle. It was. And
What a
Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
We're just like shooting
A
jumpers.
place like this where the ball comes
Look
free,
at
it's
that
often
scream, man.
unusual for the team that lost it to get it back.
I can't
Because
believe Ed Oliver.
This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
To throw is Locke. Going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense.
Shocked.
Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
I'm, like, stunned. Like, what do you, like, why would you just go for it and quit?
To start their next drive.
Motion
D-hop. You got the
in.
clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing is Jackson.
We got to go back to that play, man. We like got off of that for a while, man. That's a great play.
22-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I got it.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. A field position changer there.
Dude, honestly, we don't even have to blitz him. Just play coverage. Make sure we kill it 2 minutes off the clock.
And the Eagles will have it taking over.
I'm like really struggling offense. I have to like first off, I gotta get rid of this.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game. It's kind of important for
it's making me so irritated. I gotta go back to watching.
All right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Dude, I mean, you know I've had a rough. I mean, I was in the fucking house.
Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down.
I know, but like, you're holding it down hard, and I feel like an idiot.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke.
They rerouted that. That's fine, dude. We just went
side complete. That's Holt. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Nice game.
Yeah, dude, like I wanted to AFib, then I got sick, and then like it's just
they're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Luck now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it's knocked away and in.
Bro, I would just want to blitz every play. Just see how hysterical this is.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Honestly, I would just win this.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Because we have the secondary to like do this.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Locke. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Like we have, you know what I mean? Dude? Like we have the secondary players to actually run this. Like, as a baseline.
I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
That's nice.
Room to run past midfield. Thomas has got it. Complete. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still
he's going to spike it 4th down. Yo, he's about to spike it. It was 4th down. He's about to spike it.
That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going for it with the option right. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll run on 1st down. Michelle.
No.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 23-yard run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Jackson from the shotgun, rolling to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know we can
I'm going to try to get you donuts, though.
And dance around it a little bit. But going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Well, dude, I got caught off with the blitz those kids were running. I mean, that was crazy, dude. You know what I mean?
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for.
To be honest, though, I actually like the mid.
I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge. It's almost
it seems to scream and dude, and what's cool about it is like we can both just play. You're doing a good job playing their best receiver, and I'm using the safety.
Yeah.
As they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now left side on the swing pass.
Like, dude, if that's what they got to do to beat it,
right around the 37.
You know what I mean?
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, Team 6.
Luck now to throw. This is Miller, complete.
Make sure to contain on that.
Like
man-o-line,
and that'll
press,
make it 2nd down.
And continue.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Luck. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, first down. Back to throw, Luck. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brandon Graham picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd. And the pressure gets to him again. Emmanuel Agba in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia.
Why the hell would you punt? Like, why wouldn't you just have some kind of fun? And just throw it up. You know what I mean? Like, why would
and
you
a
do
nice
that?
special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
All right, man. Much better. Much better. So funny how like you put Sonny right back there and like that whole Barkley. I blame tonight on myself, dude, because like I should have never got that Barkley. Bro, we even shut that shit down. Like, we shut it down. I gotta pee real quick. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision.
My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is in. It's the young, incredible, honest, the unforgettable. You would joke like your belly show. This over any, yo. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You would joke like your belly show. This over any, yo. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Ugh. There's not many things that taste worse than NyQuil. Oh, God. Like, that's so bad. Dude, people actually drink that shit and get fucked up off it. It's crazy. They actually, like, will sip it. Like, it's some, like, banging slushy from 7-Eleven and not even, like, care. I don't know how people do that.
Run it back. Hello. That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick. To let my jag talk it. I eat it. Ooh, that's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back. The way the spread. You don't make no clap back when you got my back. I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap that fast. The money low. I'm a press proud man. When it come back, I'ma give
Astros won. You heard?
Huh?
Astros won. Yeah. Like 14. I mean, a win's a win. Makes up for that Steelers trash. Or Chargers trash, I mean. Yeah. Because, dude, they should have. There's no reason that Pittsburgh should have that good. I mean, like, Chargers were. How can you be that ill prepared for this team? With Artie Burns out there, no to it. I mean, NFL is actually like is stupid. It doesn't even make sense. I'm good then. You can send whenever. I'm here. Bro, this Dion sucks. I don't even see people using it. Yeah, I would just sell them right. I would never play that card. 72 press. Dude, why I like running that mid blitz is because our corners have such good press. They keep those guys like in front of them for enough for that shit to scream in. Controllers running low. I gotta start hitting the books again though after this session tonight because like my offense is so busted right now. I haven't played in a while. I forget all the new plays I learned.
Hey man, 3-3, 4.
They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day.
I know, but my record's different than yours. It's just retarded. 2-2. Yeah. What we're gonna have to do is like, I don't know, we're just gonna have to deal with it for now, man. I don't know how that happened. We never played a game without each other. I don't even understand that. It all happened the second that my goddamn app crashed. Right, but it's still annoying as fuck, dude, because, like, you know what I mean? Like, the season... Actually, it probably ends up better that way.
Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams, and the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them,
level 60s,
make them run
Saints here.
in order to try and score.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go. The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So cool, dude.
Set, ready. Behind the roof. Mike 45. Big stop. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll run for the first.
Why would you not cut that? I thought we established it, like, I was going to run the ball.
Second
You're
down.
going to block.
Like,
I know you want to get. I know that you want to get in on the action, but like we have to win this
You're
game.
counting on your offensive
Dude, you're
line
good
to
at
take
blocking,
control of the
like,
line
you
of
steal
scrimmage.
shit.
That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On second down now, Michelle. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now it's Jackson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On second down, Michelle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A
couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting the tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Being chased out left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On first down, Michelle. And he'll get 3 out of the 34-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Jackson. He's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Darnell
that wasn't even my main thing.
Able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Tucker's kick is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Yeah, he'll get it up across the 20
well, this
to the
Diggs
21-yard line.
They already posted it. That Ultimate Team was like, account was like, who's ready for Diggs?
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Kill.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, if they're under
Despite the
center,
blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Switch. Hey, watch it.
And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they need to pay it off on 1st down. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's across the 40.
Is that the Kamara too they got?
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
They start Barkley.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Holt. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there.
I hate this
58 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but
how did we both
Look
get
at the
beat
result.
on that?
Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there.
Oh, Bazooka ain't shit. I put that on every play that you have, and there ain't no difference.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Buffalo.
I heard you. I know I fucked up.
Let's go. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go. Kill.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
I'm coming after you.
He finds Hopkins complete. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run on first down. Michelle, they'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. On third down, Jackson. With a catch made by Hopkins. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. So first and 10 now from the 30. And they'll try Michelle here running on the right side. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson.
Dude, I don't know how Lions
Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
I know. I just don't know what's going on with this offensive line tonight, man. Like, this is just so weird, bro. Like,
here's Jackson.
Bro, there's nothing open.
Too great, and he goes down once more. Aaron Donald.
Bro, there's not even anything to throw at.
Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it.
I would blitz him again because I'll cover that route too. I'll cover that tour route.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Ready? You ready? Hey, check. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. No. 3 down.
The final shot before half for Breeze. Throw left side complete. It's Holt. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
I gotta hit the, I gotta, this is gonna be my last game. I gotta fuck with you.
2 still remain.
I gotta hit
step
the books,
aside.
dude.
This
I
is
gotta
the
start,
NFL on EA Sports.
I'm running the most
set now to go
bullshit.
for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
It's not even the players, dude.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Bro, they honestly only got one bullshit.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen? And Breeze is going to go down in the end zone, a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
Cut it in. Go.
Some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
I'll never.
They're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level.
I got this.
That's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front. Last level being the secondary.
Dude, these kids run backwards. Like, if you watch their users,
combination defensive
they
back,
run
combination linebacker.
back.
We saw the linebacker make the stop.
You got 3 down.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Sony Michel, 38 yards. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
Sonny, he fucking
I know
fights.
we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence
like,
level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive
that
line,
Barkley just goes
maybe the
down
smartest
like
guys in football overall. Add a
You know
little
what I'm
bit of
saying?
athleticism and a whole lot of toughness. You got a lot to deal with, don't you?
I know.
That's why the guys in the
Well,
backfield
dude,
get
even
them really
Lamar's
nice
back
Christmas
there,
gifts,
dude.
right?
If they're smart, they do.
This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, yeah, I killed him.
And he'll be brought
I
down at the
killed
23,
him.
make it the 24-yard
Oh,
line.
they killed him. Oh.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Breeze.
That's us. No, we have. Bro, there's no way they can't give me that. There's no way you cannot not give me that. I know, man. I know.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze.
He's out. He's out of bounds. No.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Yeah, I don't know why you
14
use
yards
that.
is the
He didn't
pickup.
even get it
First
in.
down New Orleans. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Breeze going to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And
Dude, just mid-blitz. I would mid-blitz him again.
For his 2nd sack
They're only
of the
getting.
afternoon. Well, you don't usually
I don't want to
get
give
a
him
sack
time to
from a
throw,
nose
dude. I would just
tackle
keep
spot,
blitzing
but
him.
we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
To try again after the sack. Breeze. Dante Hightower. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back
Play like
sacks.
a coverage defense here. All right.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
He's blocking 2 guys.
Breeze now. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
We're going to the left.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They began with Michel on the ground.
I got caught up, man.
An all-time great tackler, Brian Dawkins, making the play there. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll keep it on the ground.
I should have
that
took
play
this
going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Back now here live in New Orleans. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
It's not going to beat a cover 3. It's like a man beater.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
You're supposed to be on more.
From the gun, Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Dude, Lamar's throw power is so
fucking
make a big
play,
too,
but what they
man.
mean is a game-altering play. a game-changing play, a turnover forced, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick six, fourth quarter, that is a game changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Single, 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 single.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Steps away to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
To throw again on second down. Jackson finds an opening past the 40.
Bro, why don't they give me these outs?
Julio Jones, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
Dude, I mean, I don't understand.
Routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. So that'll back him up 5.
Dude.
After the delay, they're backed
The
up
weirdest
even
thing just
further
happened.
for third and long. Throwing is Jackson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Dude,
we have not seen
my
a whole lot of
controller
wide-open receivers.
died.
Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Throwing now is Breeze. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. And just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the
and this is
Bro, I hate when I don't like Buck O, man. I don't like Buck O because I have to consistently help over there. I have to help every fucking time. It doesn't work, dude. The plays nerve. There's new blitzes in the game. There's new shit to run. This isn't ever, dude, this is a game that's ever evolving. What worked 2 months ago doesn't work now. That's how this game is. It's always been like that. They nerf things. I know, dude. That's just, that was the dagger, though. Like, that was such, like, I don't like pinch Buck. Oh, I don't even want it on my own anymore. It's an outdated blitz. It doesn't work. It's not a screamer.
This is taken at the 3.
Like, it just doesn't
And he'll
work
get it
anymore.
up past the
Guys
20
get
to the
smoked.
22-yard line.
Doesn't matter who you have out there. I mean, these guys get rolled.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ryan Shazier, and they will set up shop.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L.